Paradise, Louisiana, with Gary Risponi and Don Dubuque. Paradise, Louisiana would also like to thank these sponsors.
Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores. We have more than you expect. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Farm Bureau Insurance, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Demco, First South Farm Credit, Area Wholesale Tire Company, with tire programs for tire dealers.
Welcome to the Veterans Day edition of Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Gary Risponi.
I'm Don Dubuque. Of course, Veterans Day will be gone by the time they're watching this, but today is Veterans. So to all my fellow veterans, thank you for your service.
But yes, I want to thank not only the veterans, but their families, because their families sacrificed a lot, especially when they were going in and out. You know, we do a lot on Memorial Day. That's to remember the ones that died. These right here lived through some horror stories sometimes to have our freedom. So just like you, Don, thank you very much to all the veterans that are watching Paradise, Louisiana today and all over the world.
Yeah, they protect our right to fish and hunt, which we did this week.
We did a lot of it this week.
Oh, you were on the road. You were rolling. You were rolling.
You know, I don't know if I want to go through, but I did my second annual trip with Todd Graves and Randy Young to the lease in Pecan Island. Got to make the Ducks Unlimited little banquet they have down. And the attendance was down a little bit, but still a lot of people there. It's not a great prizes, but what was amazing being there was see Murraycock. You see Murraycock?
He's my favorite. That guy ought to have a nighttime show.
Yeah,
really.
He was an auctioneer and an MC, and I got to talk to him a little bit. I told him, "You brought my duck hunting?" He said, "No, but I'm like you. I eat a lot." He was over there. They had great food. They had something I never heard of: black-eyed pea, sauce pecan, plus the jambalaya. So, we always check the food out, and had a great time with Todd. Most people know him as an entrepreneur, but I'm gonna tell you what. Since they were little boys, these guys been hunt together, fish together, anything got to do with outdoors. Two great family guys. So we're gonna bring you a little weekend with them. Great hunt. You'll hear more about it in the Duck Report. Great hunt.
Well, they always say if you really want to get to know somebody, really know them, spend a week or weekend fishing or hunting with them, and you really get to know them.
You better believe it. Now, only trouble is they get to know me too.
Yeah, a little too long.
Look, we got them. We hit it off because Gary Krause got some outstanding shots. And their GoPro, the people nowadays with GoPros, you just set that thing down. Them GoPro type cameras, they bring you some stuff you just don't imagine you get.
Well, I want to get Gary to install one on my dog Gracie. I want to get it to see it from the dog's point of view. One day we're going to do that.
I got one. I'll loan you. You just tell him today before you leave, and then I'll loan it to you.
Okay. Well, it was the opening week of the duck season in the coastal zone. We got lots of duck reports. Of course, I always spend opening day on the radio getting a lot of reports. But the second day I got to go out and I went to Carnarvon. It wasn't nearly as good as opening day, but hey, a bad day in a duck blind beats a good day at work anytime.
Well, in our hunting reports, we got a lot of first deer photos are coming in from young hunters, and which I'm always encouraged and always like. But you won't believe this, but with always 25 and 30 mile an hour winds, we got reports of blasts and casts coming from the lodge where they made a grand slam. I don't know what you call a grand slam when you kill ducks in the morning and you get to all the 5 species of fish.
I don't know.
We made that trip. You saw all that wind. Some people in all this wind are still catching fish.
Yeah, fishing's good. We got a fishing report coming up. Also, if you don't get into duck hunting, if it's a little too much effort or whatever to get out into the marsh, we're going to show you some upland bird hunting. Got a chance to do some of that too. Got some footage of pheasant and quail hunting. So we got another full-pack show to get to.
What we got one little segment that we took off of. We took the 3 coasters fishing.
That's fall baseball
to Boudreaux.
season. Yeah.
Fall baseball season. We thought we'd bring it back. Don and running on WWL, and it was real popular, and Don put it together. You and the editors, it was very good. Thank you for WWL letting us use it. Yep. But it was Andre Boudreaux. We'll thank you again and again and again for hosting this. So
yeah, it's too good to pass up. So stay tuned. You'll catch that and a lot more coming up right here on this edition of Paradise, Louisiana.
When you're ready to really enjoy life at a slower pace, become a landowner. First South Farm Credit specializes in financing and refinancing land, but not just for farmers. They offer loans to purchase timberland, hunting and fishing, or recreational property. Their experience in land, timber, and loans set them apart from standard lending institutions. Contact a First South Farm Credit loan officer for more information. First South Farm Credit, a specialized rural land investment lender helping you realize your dream.
We build tires, but not tires like anybody else. We build Cooper tires for people, not just cars. People who are chauffeurs and shuttle pilots, heavy haulers and heavy hitters. More than what your Cooper tires can do, it's about what you can do with your Cooper tires. Life's a road trip. Come on, let's go.
These engines run for thousands of hours to prove we did.
With 20% more cleaning agents than before, Shell nitrogen-enriched gasoline.
No, the gasoline protects your engine better!
Awkward. Try Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines.
No other gasoline protects your engine better.
Visit Cracker Barrel convenience stores before heading fishing or hunting. We have more than you expect.
And welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and the hunting seasons are in full swing. Of course, deer and duck is the most popular, but one that is very, very enjoyable, and a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do it, either because they don't have the habitat or they don't have the dog, is hunting on commercial preserves. And that is a long season. It opened up in October. It's going to go all the way through the end of March, or really until the weather gets warm enough or too hot where you can take the dogs out. Had a chance to go to one of my favorite places. It's in Mississippi, Poplarville, called Crane Creek Shooting Preserve. Lance Ladner got some great flight-trained birds there as far as the quail. You pick the day, you pick the time when you want to go out there. He'll set the birds out.
pick your weather.
Pick the weather, that part too. Pick your partners. I mean, it's all, up to you. You do it when you want it, how you want to do it.
You can bring your dog, or you
Bring your dog. He's got dogs. He's got good, well-trained dogs there. Brought Gracie, and my buddy Carl Breyer brings Danny, his lab that points. In fact, we're getting ready to go next month on a pheasant hunt up in Kansas. We can do some waterfowl hunting.
And the woodcock season's fast.
And the woodcock season, can't wait for that. Now, one thing Lance has added is a tower pheasant hunt, a European-style hunt where you get a bunch of guys. You've done them. They're a lot of fun. They've got pen-raised pheasants, and they release them. They circle the area. I'm going to let Lance tell you about how that works. We'll take you there right now. It's called Crane Creek Shooting Preserve, Poplarville, Mississippi, quail hunting, pheasant hunting, and those new European-style tower hunts.
A European tower hunt consists of birds in a tower that are released at a timely schedule, and you surround the tower with hunters. 10-man minimum hunt to make a complete circle on the tower, and we fly these birds out of the tower, and they're shot as they're coming over each hunter. It kind of mimics the European hunts in Europe, is what it's mimicked after. They're flight conditioned, they're raised in big flight pens, they're weathered, they normally fly strong and fly high. It's not a real easy shoot, it's a challenging shoot. Normally we have some guys with some labs and all. If you have your own, you'd be more than welcome to bring them. But if not, we have guys that will help with the retrieving and try not to lose any birds. What I'm going to try to do is have a shoot, if I can get the shooters, every first and third Saturday of the month will be the scheduled hunts for small parties of 2 or 3 to be combined for a 10-man minimum. If somebody can have their own group of 10 or more, we can take up to 20 shooters on one hunt. And if you have your own group, we can schedule at any time. It's really going to be an easy hunt. I mean, some of the shooting will be challenging, but it's just a 10-station hunt, 10 stations. We'll rotate every 10 birds, so there's not a lot of walking involved. It's, the safety level is going to be real great. Most of these birds are going to be high flyers. We'll go through a safety instruction before each hunt to warn people of low birds and that sort of thing. So, I mean, I think it would be great from anybody from beginners, kids, on up. Well, we offer some pheasant hunts with dogs. We like to do most of them with the tower, but we do offer, our mainstay is the quail hunts. We have a 17, 18 bird hunt for $135 per man. We also offer chuckers on the tower or in front of the dogs, or we can combine the birds for somebody that wants to.
Stay, 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 stay.
Kill him, Don.
Go ahead, Mike. Gracie, no bird, no bird. Back. Come back, Grace. Come back. Good girl. Good girl. Here, Grace. Here, Grace. Here. Carl brought it to you.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at Olin's, where you know you always get the guaranteed low price. Olin's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
When we come back, we're going to take care of 3 of Gary's addictions: dogs, ducks, and food. And I'm not talking chicken fingers.
Introducing Powerade Ion 4, complete with 4 electrolytes lost in sweat. Powerade Ion 4, the complete sports drink.
Come to the family-owned and operated Cassius Casino in Port Allen today, where the Vegas-style video poker machines are ready for your entertainment. Cassius Casino is the finest, cleanest, classiest casino around. And Cassius 50-style diner is now serving seafood daily, along with your favorite home-cooked specials 24/7. Hey, Cassius is fun. Cassius is exciting. So come to the unsinkable Cassius Casino in Port Allen. Over the river 2 miles west of exit 151.
front, in front, in front.
Christmas CD, yeah. I love Christmas.
I got one box of 3.5s. Radical.
I did.
One Monday night.
He got one, didn't he?
I think he got half of one. It was a group effort.
He did get one, but it was already dead, falling on its way down.
He shot it on the water after
I
the
saw
fact.
it. I saw it hit again. I saw the feathers fly off of it after it was already marked up. But I mean, it counts.
Why don't you go ahead and take up from me? Your buddy Randy's making fun of me. You saw me actually hit 3 of them.
Don't lie on the camera.
Well, it's getting the number's getting larger each time, Randy. You almost said 4. I think I saw you hit 1. I did see you hit 1 when he was on the water on his back. No, Gary, you're always a good shot. I love watching you shoot. You got at least 3 or 4 of them this morning. We got a couple more to go.
Take a button. There we go. That's how you end it.
That looked like a cannonball by the time it got behind us.
Look at all the teal work.
Hold them up.
There we go.
There you go, Gary Kraft.
Gary got the last 2.
Well, boys, we got our limit.
I got mine.
I got mine.
And I got my 2. You watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change has been keeping cars and trucks in Baton Rouge clean and running smooth for over 50 years. At Benny's, we feature professional car washing, complete detailing, high-tech waxing and buffing, interior cleaning, and tire shine. Benny's, one stop for car maintenance with complete oil and lube services and even state inspections at our express locations. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations, including our newest store on Greenwell Springs Road. And don't forget to stop by Be Quick Convenience Store and Fuel Stop. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Drive in dirty, drive out clean.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood. Because we're based in Louisiana, with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service. Real people.
All right, we're doing skeet shooting with a potato gun. Let's see how we do. Our pull. Oh!
I mean, it was like this.
That was pretty close, huh?
That was very close.
All right, let's do it again.
Cool. Oh, no!
Hey, pull that
The
out.
3rd one in his life.
Todd, you ready? Is this thing ready to fire or you just got to pull the trigger, right?
You ready? Oh, yeah, you got to stagger it. Stay with it.
Okay.
Got it. All you do is pull the trigger?
Yeah, but go higher. Go a little higher. Put it a little higher. There you go.
Say when.
When.
That's a dud. What a dud. You did that to me on purpose.
Hey. Cool. So we're heading out to go bait the trot lines. Gary wants some catfish. He wants me to fry some catfish. He thinks I can do catfish like I can chicken fingers, so we're gonna go bait it, and tomorrow we're gonna have a little fish fry.
We use the chicken fingers for bait.
We got some mullet and some chicken fingers and some chicken feet for bait. these islands are full of rabbits.
There's a shrimp.
Here's a shrimp. It's a little redfish killer.
And that's a white trout.
That shrimp will not be that long.
Got shrimp, white trout, and mullet.
Those yours? White trout.
They got a mullet.
They're fake. It's okay. All right, 2 more, we're good. We'll just call it a great South Louisiana sunset. That we did, my friend. Randy's putting some ducks on the stove, pot roast us some teal and some gray ducks. Hold it, Ruffin.
Watch your hands. You got 2 of your close friends?
Yeah, I got Kevin Craig here, Ruffin Rodrigue, and old Alex. Oh, there we go.
Tuck him in the eye.
Well, that should do it. The man knows what he's talking about. He knows chicken, and he knows catfish.
That's right. And
Fresh
you from
catfish.
Tipperary and don't know nothing about
I
the
have
outdoors.
absolutely no idea.
You're the first man I ever seen, never shot a shotgun, hit a target on the 3rd shot.
This is I'm a natural. I need to get a hobby, so I'm gonna probably take it up.
I didn't even know these guys were hiding back here. I've
You
actually been coming down here for quite a while, and then this is my cousin over here, so that's how I know Todd.
He's got no choice. Ruffin's his blood relative, so he has to hang out.
Yeah, but you are a hunter and fisher.
Absolutely.
Okay. Y'all ready to go watch the Tigers?
Let's go get some tigers.
Let's go watch the Tigers.
And what we eating
Upset
tonight?
Bama.
What we eating tonight?
We'll pot roast some of those teal we shot today.
Oh, I'm talking about. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I actually get up in Lafayette.
Fresh birds, killed this morning. You'll have to fast forward, boo. Got 2 pots going, browning them real good, braising them, searing in the flavors. After all this is done, I'm gonna take all the birds out and throw my zognons in there and all my secret ingredients. Simmer that down for about 30 minutes. Then I'm gonna throw the ducks back in, cover it, put just the right amount of water, and in about 2.5 hours, it's gonna be saucy bon.
You know, one of the best parts of the hunt is come back and have Randy Young cook you some pot roasted teal, brown them right now. You know, I can cook some chicken, I can fry some chicken fingers, but this guy right here can cook some ducks.
And just for the record, I can't cook chicken fingers at all.
Of all the tools in your house, this could easily be the most dangerous, but it doesn't have to be. At Dimco, we can't stress this enough. Just keep it, and you, far away from power lines.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
I can't believe y'all brought me out in the blind and we ain't got no food. Man, I'm hungry.
Don't worry, Gary. This will be over quick.
Thanks to our sponsor, Raising Cane's and Todd Grays, a real Louisiana sportsman and conservationist, with true aim and sure shot, giving back to Louisiana.
Good job, girl. That's a better retrieve than any duck. Cane's, the official chicken of Louisiana outdoors.
As far as teal go, it's about as big as they get.
Oh. Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and Hunting with Todd and Randy. Good morning yesterday morning, here's the second morning. Beautiful. Sunrise this morning, everything is pretty.
Oh, it's pretty.
Why do you decide to hunt two different places?
Well, the blind we hunted yesterday, we had youth weekend last weekend, we hunted it, and we hunted it yesterday, had a great hunt, so this hadn't been touched. We haven't even ridden a boat back here before this morning.
It's good, there's a lot of teal.
We got a bunch of teal down already this morning, I'm ready to go again.
And shooting. So we don't want to make this last too long. Todd wants to shoot. Let's go get him, Todd. We'll talk more later. Yeah, no. You stand whispering to her all the time. I love you, though. You're so gorgeous. Oh, what you need.
About to skip down.
I did the same thing. I pulled up. Todd will let you know where they at. Hey, Gary. But he'll tell you. But he'll tell you.
Be ready to go.
He's like, watch this duck, and then you hear pow.
Look. He made me. Good girl. Good dog, man.
That one, I hit that one.
I killed that one. I did that.
You get half the credit. I get half the credit.
Boom, boom, baby.
Yes, that was some smoke right there. That's no talking. Wait.
And that's our limit.
That's it.
Boom.
That's all she wrote.
Vinny.
That's
Vinny,
hunting
that's
in
it.
Louisiana
Vinny,
Paradise.
get to shoot.
Paradise, Louisiana.
We're going to close it out. This is 2 great days of hunting again. Took us a little longer today, but the big ducks flew late. We killed gray ducks. What we can say about Todd Graves is different. You talk about your slogan. What is that?
One love?
One love. There's got to be more than one love.
Well, my one love this morning was hunting here with you and my good buddies Adam and Randy. We just had a great time. Been in great weather, and you can't beat shooting teal and gray ducks in South Louisiana.
Oh, yes, this is 2 years in a row, a great opening weekend. Not just one day, but Randy gets to work his dog. Randy?
Oh, yeah. It's a pleasure just to sit here and watch Zebco go get those birds and watch you guys shoot them, and just happy to be here.
And we made another friend. I know y'all been knowing him for a while. We made a good friend with Adam. And say that last name again,
Zitrower. You'll get it before long. 3 days of spending time, you'll get it. Don't worry.
He's a good Catholic cowboy. Look,
been a great
time.
time.
What do you think about it now?
Been a great time. I get to hunt quite a few places in Louisiana, but I mean, opening weekend in a marsh, this is how it's supposed to be, right here.
Well, you know, we got our limit. We need to put this gun down, put the camera down, and let Gary Krause get his limit.
It sounds like a good plan.
At least get some more shooting for the... You know, I was thinking, but I'm going to close this thing out, but, you know, we baited some catfish traps last night. I mean, catfish lines last night. You know.
We need to go check them and get back to camp.
We're going to guarantee you one. I'm going to bring a couple of catfish on.
Have us a few fish.
Wouldn't be a bad lunch.
I guarantee it.
There we go. Wouldn't be a bad lunch, huh? Some fried catfish for lunch.
You're not hungry, are you?
No, I stay hungry. I stay hungry. You watching Paradise, Louisiana, and like I always say, there's no place like Louisiana, and it's definitely a paradise. Whoa, whoa, one love.
Checking it today, that's gonna be a classic.
All right, Gary, you want to try this line? You ready?
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off.
All right, Gary, you ready to see what we got on this line?
Let's see what we got. Come on. We don't need but one or two to fry that big enough.
I see something.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Look at it. You want to see? Put him in the boat, buddy.
Oh, what?
They're pretty, huh?
What's that? Watch it all come in, so I can know.
Watch that hook, Gary.
Hold on.
You can let this thing in for it. It's like deadliest catch here, Louisiana style.
Hey, let me tell you what, brother. You have.
That's pretty nice right there.
There we go.
Yeah,
look at that.
Look at this big bad boy.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
What's up? He good, huh?
This is awesome.
Isn't that good?
I'm never gonna doubt you again.
Isn't that cool? This is all Eric. Eric said this is all Eric. Gary, I know you doubted me, but I'll tell you, we're gonna get some catfish or.
Never doubt him again.
Never doubt him.
When he's a true outdoorsman, anything you want to do. Hunting, fishing. What about fighting? You ain't gonna fight me?
Yeah.
You and your boyhood boy.
If you're not nice, I'll fight you too.
Yeah, you and Randy, how long y'all been doing this together?
Stuff like this?
Early teens.
Early teens, it's been a long time.
We did it early, but we did.
How old were y'all when y'all started hanging together with your dad?
Teenagers.
Early teens. Yeah, I was probably 13 years old.
Yeah,
but we've been doing fun stuff like this and shooting rabbits and hunting ducks and going out in boats and just having a good time outdoors. Since then. What do you think, Gary? Go back and fry these up?
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Thin fried catfish for Louisiana fish fry.
Knock it out, huh?
We're going. What a weekend. Just think, did Tim bait him one time? What's your neighbor's name? Eric what?
Eric Broussard.
Eric Broussard knows what he's doing, too.
Yeah, he does.
Gary, some people call it a blasting cast. What would you call this? A blasting catch?
Blasting catch.
Look, you know what they do is back here it's so shallow, and then some of these guys know where these little deep pockets are, so they'll lay that try line in that little deep pocket. This catfish will hit it.
Yeah.
That's one day. That's barely 20.
Coming here also.
Yeah, that's not even 24 hours there. If you leave it all weekend, you just get 5 or 6. It's a big deal.
Normally, these fish right here would be in some Louisiana fish rods. But when they're this size, they're going in a catfish coupillon.
Hey guys, John here. I want to tell you about two new exciting products on the market from Louisiana Fish Fry Products, #1 selling fry and batter in the country. First is a Cajun fry. It's spicy. It has a great blend of cornmeal and corn flour, the right texture, the right flavor, and good heat. The other is a beer batter. Wonderful on shrimp, onion rings, mushrooms, and any white fish. Two great products available today. Go out and get them from Louisiana Fish Fry Products. Enjoy them.
One of the most difficult ducks to identify is 3 different species, and I'm talking about the hens of the redhead, the scaup, and also the ringneck. And today we were fortunate enough to get a ringneck, and the positive identifying mark on the ringneck could be a faint ring around its neck. You can notice it a lot better on the male, but there's going to be a ring on its bill. I guess they should call it a ring bill, but if it's got that ring, it's not going to be a hen dogrie or a redhead. It's definitely a ringneck, which is not a bad eating bird.
When you shop for health insurance, you'll find Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana everywhere.
No matter where you are, you're covered through and through. We got a blue for
Louisiana, we got you covered.
Lake Charles, North Brown, Changaloo. From Venice to Vidalia, BioGrove too. No matter where you are, you're covered through and through.
Every parish, every zip code.
We got a blue for you.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. And Gary, as the coastal season opened last weekend, you were at Pecan Island, I was at Carnarvon, but we got a lot of reports from other areas and kind of flew in the face of the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries' sad report of their flyover, but they did do that in all fairness before that last front came in.
And that front came in, it had to change some things, especially when he was talking about not seeing redheads, because I talked to Mike Benj, and he hunts over there where you hunt in Delacroix. You call it Carnarvon. He really hunts Carnarvon area, but he had reports from all. They had 19 hunters out, 18 of them limited out. They also, the next day, Sunday, they had 20 hunters out and all 20 limited out. So a lot of places, I know Sunday was a little slower. It took a little longer to get a limit. Let me tell you, Mike, the kind of ducks they got. Mostly with teal, like everybody else I've talked to. Teal was the biggest one, both blue wing and green wing, some green wing teal. A few mottled ducks. Mike and them killed a few green heads, but they killed a lot of redheads, and that's what you said we heard reports. Ryan Lambert, you give that report because you talked to him that morning. I talked to him, but Ryan.
Big mix. Still a lot of teal. Everybody's got teal because of the delayed migration. We're actually celebrating our teal season now. Gadwall, grays. He's got pintails down there. You got a good report on spoonbills. A lot of shovelers.
My brother hunts in the southwest over there in Iowa. You know, and in the Gaydon area and all those areas over there, we got good reports. Chris Myers and them had limits, a lot of teal, a lot of gray ducks. They had a few green heads. Pintail. Pintail is another thing Mike Benson said they're killing. Also, that's Ryan Lambert and them killing some pintail. But the spoonbill, my brother said if they quit shooting because they had a lot of other ducks coming in, and grays and mottled ducks and teal. They just don't shoot the spoonbill, but they could. They said they could have just limited out everybody just on spoonbills a lot. Everybody else I talked to, where we killed 1 or 2 spoonbill a day. With the gray ducks that we killed, we would come flying later. We was sitting there and we waited. We didn't shoot a lot of teal. We didn't hit that good on the teal, and the 2 days in there, we started waiting on the gray ducks, and they were beautiful. Coming over, they were working. You could get them right over the blind and drop them with 3 or 4 people shooting. They don't get away.
Another hot spot, Venice, Louisiana, down there. They did fantastic. Everyone had good hunts down there. What I'm starting to hear now, we're going to have the West Zone opening up this weekend, the Youth Zone in the East, and then the following week, the whole state will be open. What I'm hearing now is a lot of those ducks that are on the border areas of the coastal and the East and West zones, a lot of those ducks from the pressure have gone to those other areas where there's no open hunting. So I think you've got a little bit of an advantage by having the second zone open up, because you've got the advantage of having the migration, zone, plus what the coastal zone may have pushed into your area. So look for some good openings again this weekend.
And it was a surprise. Everybody says, oh, we hate a youth hunt because really it scatters the birds before we get to do that. People spending all the money. And I'm not going to say selfishness because some of them make sense, especially if you're making your living guiding. But the people I know that had youth hunts last week and located the ducks, same way we was. Todd Graves and them hunted a youth hunt, had a good one. We had a great hunt. The first morning was unbelievable. But let me tell you, it's a mixed bag down in Pecan Island. I heard Phil Purdy say he was hunting in the same landing, okay? It was the worst second day of the opening season he had since, I don't know if he said 65 or 85, but it was the worst one he had in years. And same thing out in Delacroix, where Pont La Hache and them were down. Pont La Hache, Reggio, you heard also.
Yeah, Reggio was kind of spotty. Had not some people that didn't have much of a hunt, and that's right there near Delacroix and Carnarvon where they had good hunts.
Well, Gaydon, and then I told you going down toward, we was headed toward Pecan Island, Little Prairie, all down there in the marsh. Ron Guidry and them had a great hunt.
Yeah, Doshin.
3 out of their 4 blinds limited out. One of them was down a little bit. He don't know because it was lack of shooting just wasn't birds, but he said only one of his blinds didn't limit out.
We're going to get some first-hand testing of that area pretty soon.
But you know you got that black cloud coming with you, so you got to worry about it. Now, Gaydon, again, one more time. Chris Myers, you know, we had a bad hunt, but he was all excited. They had their leases and they're there, and they're starting to see some speckled bellies down south and southwest. But the speckled bellies right now, Mer Rouge, Top Gun, covered up with speckled bellies. Talked to Wayne Amato, and he was over there fishing in Lake Bruin, and he can see flights and flights of speckled bellies crossing over Lake Bruin. He also had a lot of ducks and a lot of mallards. He said as far as ducks concerned, this is the earliest he's seen that many ducks down over there in that area. I didn't get a call from my buddy who was hunting Mamu. He was instructing Brian Briggs, so I didn't get a call, and then I couldn't call everybody, but I was a little tired coming in, but we had a great hunt. But let me tell you the main thing. We always talk about blast and cast. I got a call from my good buddy over there, Captain Rodriguez. He told me, Eric said, his Chris Venable, one of the top guys down there, does blast and cast, had a tremendous blast and cast. They killed their ducks, and what they call a grand slam, redfish, speckled trout,
flounder,
bass, flounder, drum. Got all 5. And with duck, that's got to be a super grand slam. So thank you for that report. Chris Venable down in Deloitte.
Gary, what do you think about this idea? You know, we talked about the youth hunt and how great that is to get the kids out before the ducks get real wary. What if we also came up with maybe a senior hunt before the ducks got too wary for people a certain age, or maybe combine it where the youth and the seniors could both shoot during that special weekend?
You got to be.
You're getting pretty close to that.
What about over 70?
Well, I don't know where we figure.
Well, senior, they consider you a senior citizen now over 50, 55.
Maybe make it 70.
I didn't slow down
65
yet.
or 70.
I haven't.
Oh no, you still qualify for the youth hunt. I know that.
But
anyway, something to think about, and you folks think about that too. Maybe we can get something started to get the seniors and the youth together where they both can hunt and shoot before those ducks.
I saw Joe had an article in the paper the other day, and they were talking about being a native and coming hunting and getting a break on hunting license. They need to have a break on your fishing license.
And people have been calling for that for years.
That's Joe's idea.
Joe Macaluso, the advocate.
But Don, you know, it's just more than duck season open up, and we're getting rabbit hunting, season hunting, all you finna talk about woodcock. But we're getting a lot of photos from young hunters. Listen, this is their first deer. We got 3 of them, really good youth young. One of them as long as 4 years old, and I said, that's a little young. But they say, you ought to see this young boy shoot a bow. So here we are. This is some hunters right now with their first deer this past week.
All right, when we come back, we're going to take you back to our fishing trip with the 3 college baseball coaches during the off season, right here on Paradise, Louisiana.
Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change has been keeping cars and trucks in Baton Rouge clean and running smooth for over 50 years. At Benny's, we feature professional car washing, complete detailing, high-tech waxing and buffing, interior cleaning, and tire shine. Benny's, one stop for car maintenance with complete oil and lube services and even state inspections at our express locations. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations, including our newest store on Greenwell Springs Road. And don't forget to stop by Be Quick Convenience Store and Fuel Stop. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Drive in dirty, drive out clean.
Fishing. It's where good stories come from. It's about good times and family and friends. It's about taking a couple home for dinner tonight and saving a few for tomorrow. It's all about that and so much more. To CCA, fishing is about enjoying today and making sure tomorrow is even better. To us, fishing comes with a responsibility for the resources we enjoy so much. If fishing means all that to you, then you belong with CCA.
We build tires, but not tires like anybody else. We build Cooper tires for people, not just cars. People who are chauffeurs and shuttle pilots, heavy haulers and heavy hitters. More than what your Cooper tires can do, it's about what you can do with your Cooper tires. Life's a road trip. Come on, let's go.
Did you ever wonder what baseball coaches do during the off season? Well, they go fishing.
It's really a good feeling. You get to see God's creation at its best. It's so peaceful out here.
The other left. We're gonna fall in.
As we're getting ready, it looks like somebody's a little concerned about control of their casting.
It's just a great day that you can come out like this. We're catching fish, we got great fellowship, and I'm excited.
What you looking for?
This is a fighter.
Good try.
One thing about taking the coaches from the ballpark to the bayou, they bring along their competitors. Come on, Paul.
Whoa.
That's a big trout right there.
That's unbelievable.
Okay, we're right, 49 left.
Hey, Roger, you won't leave any fish for the rest of us.
That's good eating. Hey, that's about 22.
Keep it track. Oh my goodness! And there it goes. What now? What is it? My goodness! Okay. Holy cow!
Oh, he's gonna get this fish.
Oh my God!
Oh, golly!
A little more, a little more.
I don't know what I got here, but this is something.
What do 3 college baseball coaches do during the off-season? I'll give you a hint. Cocodrie.
No way!
And he's coachable, too.
Maneri always, you know, he always goes for the drama.
Wow, was that fun? I'm exhausted.
And he was getting worried.
Oh, I am so thrilled.
That's all right, Roger. We can eat ours.
Make that fish look a lot bigger. Push him to the camera like that, see?
You hit a home run. I've hit 14 singles.
But I got to tell you, I have such a burn in my arm right now. I have got to get in that weight room.
Can you believe he's not in shape?
You bring this one in.
It's out there for you.
Come on, just hold it for me for a minute. I'm exhausted.
So he lands the big one. Now we can't get him to look at us.
How many of you guys got a redfish so far?
Not bad for a rookie.
It's good nature though. Once we leave here, it'll be all over. Except for that fish. I'm sure the pictures will be all over the internet.
You get a home run in the first inning, the game's not over.
You're not going to rub it in too badly on these 2 guys about catching a big fish of the day, are you?
I'll probably only tell them about every 5 minutes or so. They're both great guys, and it's so much fun to be out here with both of them. And the big one, okay? This is just amazing. You know, anybody that's never done this, to come out here into the Gulf and fish, and off the coast of Louisiana. You're missing something. This is a bucket list item if there's ever been one.
All right.
Success.
Come to the family-owned and operated Cassius Casino in Port Allen today, where the Vegas-style video poker machines are ready for your entertainment. Cassius Casino is the finest, cleanest, classiest casino around. And Cassius 50 Style Diner is now serving seafood daily, along with your favorite home-cooked specials 24/7. Hey, Cassius is fun. Cassius is exciting. So come to the unsinkable Cassius Casino in Port Allen. Over the river 2 miles west of exit 151.
When you're ready to really enjoy life at a slower pace, become a landowner. First South Farm Credit specializes in financing and refinancing land, but not just for farmers. They offer loans to purchase timberland, hunting and fishing, or recreational property. Their experience in land, timber, and loans set them apart from standard lending institutions. Contact a First South Farm Credit Loan Officer for more information. First South Farm Credit, a specialized rural land investment lender helping you realize your dream.
And welcome to the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Let's start off with freshwater.
I got to fish. I got to fish a trout line. You saw that? What you want to see? You saw me just catch those catfish with with those guys down in Pecan Island. You know, that was 10 hooks. That's all it was. 10 little hooks. Left them out a few hours and went back and caught 3 in big catfish. I wanted to fry them, but you know that thin. You showed me how that thin.
Yeah.
They said, nah, they're going to make a couvillon.
Okay.
That's the best couvillon they make. A catfish,
well,
7.5 to 8 pounds.
Yeah,
too big.
Catfish are running. You can catch catfish. You know one of the best baits
but you've
for
been
catfish?
telling me.
Duck livers.
Duck guts.
The liver, especially
I know,
the
but
liver.
I'm telling you, duck guts. Jody and I used to go down to the marsh in Amelia with Jody and Hunt, and he'd put the jugs out, and we'd use duck guts. The liver too, but he used duck guts. I was telling them they were using mullets and the little small fish they were catching right there with cast net. And I said, and we're cutting them in half and using every kind, white trout, whatever. It worked, but duck guts is one of the best.
So you got to give them up. You can't eat the duck guts if you use them for bait, right?
No, we got to eat on duck guts.
All right, what about some bass fishing? I think you're going to pretty much have to go north to catch some bass.
That's spillway. It's
Spillway
in the marsh right now. You're catching fish, even with all that wind. You know, you're marshing in the spillway. You can get out of that wind, you know, but you got to catch tidal movement, and you got to find off-colored water or the right colored water, and you got to move. This time of year, you move. If you don't catch nothing in the canal, you move. We get into talking. Still catch them on plastic. Even hell, some people are catching them on spinner baits, you know, up against the bank. You know, it's amazing things. Some of these canals are down low. The water is real low. They got a slight rise. Came on the Mississippi River. I don't know how long it's going to be. The Chaffalai was holding steady last week. But when you fish in shallow water, with a spinnerbait, all that water, throwing it way up on the bank, I still remember my good buddy Mike Rabelais. I caught a fish one time. We were so far back in the woods. He said, let me check that fish. He's checking that fish. He was checking it for ticks. That's how far back in the woods they are right now.
Well, let me know if you found any on him. All right, let's move on to saltwater fishing. And you mentioned the wind. That is going to be a real problem this week. It has been. We got some fronts roaring through here. You get the sucking event from one side before it gets here, and you got the other side coming, and even high pressure. Not only does that high pressure affect bass fishing, it also affects saltwater fish, too.
Especially with a move wind. I talked to Captain Steve the other day, and Steve said, I said, Steve, why you still catching fish? We caught them in the wind the other day. He says, well, when that wind flows 3 days, it muddies the water up. That's the thing. They don't see your bait even with live bait. So and Steve don't fish with live bait, but Steve was having trouble struggling to catch 20 fish. He was still averaging 20, 24 fish. I'm talking about Steve Smith in Vermilion Bay. I talked to T. Coon in Vermilion Bay. T. Coon says, if the wind's blowing, he's going to stay in the restaurant, he's going to eat, but as soon as that wind stops blowing, you're going to find him, he's going to be in the water. So, I mean, it's there. It's just waiting on that wind. But how you explain some of these guys can still catch them? And Deloitte, they still catch them in the wind. How they doing? I don't know. Call them. They'll tell you if it's worth it. They don't want you to make a bad trip. Some of these guys, like Steve, if you don't catch so many fish, they won't charge you. So that's why they tell you don't come down if it's not good.
Yeah, Mike
so
Gallo's got that no fish, no pay guarantee, too. Speaking of that part of the state, they're still catching some trout. The wind is a problem, but Delacroix, Jack Payne out of Sweetwater Marina, he can show you some spots where you can come away with a mixed bag. Also, I talked to somebody who was fishing. There's a new reef, an oyster reef, that you can access from Shell Beach or Hopedale. Talk to Glenn Sanchez at the Breton Sound Marina, Robbie Campo over at the Shell Beach Campos Marina. They'll direct you there. They're producing some nice speckled trout over that new reef.
All of them got live shrimp, too, by the way, too, if you want
to
take a chance. But you can catch them on plastics. Everybody I talk to catch them down in Big Lake and everything. No, I don't get any reports because them boys are telling me they're having trouble, right now with the wind. Get out. You got to get out the wind. That's all I can tell you.
You know who's having trouble with the wind is the kayakers, too. And unfortunately, we didn't get a kayak report today. But they're telling me you don't have to go very far. You got to fight the wind. But all that down Highway 1 and all down the Highway 23 corridor.
You got the
not
rising
far
tide coming up?
Yeah.
So you better get ready for them kayak. You can go see that, see how them guys do it. We're going to be bringing you more kayak because I'm supposed to be go picking up mine pretty soon. And I'm going to get a combination one where I can hunt. I'm going to do a blast and cast out of the same boat.
All right, very good. All right, that's your fishing report. Stay tuned for us next week. Don't forget to send your photos and your reports of your catches and your kills. Gary at Paradise, Louisiana. I know you want to talk about these hats, these neat hats we got.
You know,
I love this hat.
They're really popular. You know what that is? That's wax canvas.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost waterproof. You see a lot of bird hunters or any guys that got these wax.
Yeah.
They got these wax jackets in the vests and stuff, you know. Getting uptown.
That's the old stagecoach hands used to wear those wax overcoats, trench coats for the weather.
I thought they were gunslingers, too.
Yeah, them too. And it kind of resists water. You know, like when your buddy's crying if he ain't catching as many fish or he's not shooting as well as you. It resists all those tears, you know.
Well, we better get out of it when we come back next week.
I think we're going. We'll see you next week right here on Paradise, Louisiana.
Paradise, Louisiana, with Gary Risponi and Don Dubuque. Paradise, Louisiana would also like to thank these sponsors.
Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores. We have more than you expect. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Farm Bureau Insurance, Louisiana Fish Fry Product, Chemco, First South Farm Credit, Area Wholesale Tire Company, Tire Programs for Tire Dealers.